Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna have another breeding attempt. We've managed to secure a number of males for the collection within the beastie room of late, and so we have a number of breeding videos up and coming. And today we're going to cover the Cyriopagopus lividum, or which is commonly known as the Colbolt Blue. Now, you've not seen this spider in the beastie room as of yet. This will be its first time out on show, as it were. Now, we got this spider some time ago, and this is the original enclosure it came in. So we will be doing a rehouse, but I thought we managed to get a male just recently. I thought we'll try and breed it first, and then we'll rehouse it. So we'll show you now the video. See what you think. It's rather exciting, and it just shows what a beautiful spider these are. So I'll see you shortly, guys. Now, this is our little male Cyriopagopus lividum, or what is commonly known as the Colbolt Blue. Now, this is an old world spider, and they're found pretty much all over Asia into Thailand. Now, these guys do tend to have a bit of a reputation for being an aggressive spider, and I think that many of the fossorial spiders tend to gain this type of reputation, and this is partly because living underground, the only time you see them is when they're in the mouths of their burrows, or we dig them out, and hence we will get a defensive attitude from them. And once they're in the mouth of their burrow, it's very easy for them to defend themselves, and this is what we're seeing. This is the behaviour that they are showing because we are entering their world. Now, you can see with our little male here, he's quite a petite little fellow, really. Yeah, nice close up there, and you can see that he's constantly shaking. He's sending signals through the earth to the female. Now, he knows she's there because, as you can see, there's web in front of him, and he will pick up pheromones out of the soil and the webbing and everything else. Now, unfortunately, the audio didn't pick up the female's response, but she was drumming as well underneath. Now, she's down in that burrow there in the corner of the enclosure. Now, in this particular enclosure, this is a female that we have obtained a short while ago, and I've left her in the enclosure that she came in, and this is full up with cocoa fibre. Now, you regular guys would know that I am not a lover of cocoa fibre. I don't like the stuff, but we decided to leave her in it because this male became available before we had time to rehouse her. So it made sense to actually make use of the fact that she is already at home in this enclosure. So we decided we'd try our male. You see a nice clear picture there. You see the fangs, very small fangs really, but then again these guys are small. You see the pedipalps there, small abdomen, something very common in our males. The males do not carry the weight that the female spiders do. Notice the hairs on the legs. The hairs that are longest, these are used for picking up vibrations in the air. So the slightest difference in air current, them long hairs on the legs will pick it up, and this enables the spider to know that there is something around, there's something on the move. It's like an early warning device. You see the pedipalps there. Again, you see there's that constant rocking and shaking. Now, one thing we noticed with the lividum here, the Colbolt Blue, they actually put on a full body shake. You notice that? The whole body shakes from side to side. Here she comes. And you'll also see now that these spiders are sexually dimorphic. The male looks totally different in colour, and look at the size difference. She is colossal in comparison, much heavier built. Her abdomen is huge compared to his, and note the thickness of her legs. She's very, very heavy in comparison. Now she picked up all that little throbbing that he was giving on the surface, and that went down some 8 inches or so of soil, and she knew he was there. They are so sensitive to any kind of vibration. You notice we've seen no aggression from her. She's very relaxed. We're trying to... Whoa! Now there you go. Now this is something that we that happens every now and again. And basically what I was trying to do there was move the tank around so I could get a better view for filming. Unfortunately, she wasn't keen on the vibrations that created, and it spooked her and she ran off. So now we're back in position and we're waiting on our little male. Isn't he handsome? We're waiting on him to call her back out again. Some lovely close-ups there. You can see there's some colouring in him. You notice he's not blue though. He's still working. You'll also see there that the actual the vibration didn't affect him, but it did affect her. It made her very nervous. Here she comes. What a beautiful spider. Now, being a fossorial spider, everyone complains that they never see them. But if housed correctly and fed correctly, you will see your fossorial spiders a lot more. This girl is often out in the evenings. Hour or two before lights out, she's out and around. Now you can see there, holding his pedipalps up high, he's protecting them. You don't want to get them in the way. And you see we've got this constant contact between the spiders now. They're in an awkward position now because he's literally balancing off the edge of the top of the tank. And as you can see there, trying to go sideways is not always an option on the glass. So we really do need to get our male down onto the floor. He's going to have a hard job up there. Again though, we can see she's being very patient. The camera is not picking up the amount of blue that is actually in this spider. She is a very, very colourful spider. Here he goes. He's getting close now. You notice his legs now, he's looking to try and push her back. She's being very receptive. She's holding her front end up. He's almost there. He's very keen. This guy wants to copulate as soon as possible. And you can see they're slowly moving their way down onto the bottom of the enclosure now. You notice that huge dome on the carapace with the female? Very unusual shaped carapace on the Colbolt Blue. Most spiders are fairly flat. You notice there's quite a dome there. Very impressive looking, almost prehistoric. Now you can see, look, as soon as he gets that grip, he tries to inseminate. He's almost there. There you go, he's got her. He's inseminating now as we speak. There we go. Oh, little tussle at the end. Now you can see her reaction there. Look at that, look, she's trying to clean herself. She's frantically moving about. Now we've got the paintbrush in place. He's waving back at her, but look at her difference in posture now. Now some of this, she's trying to come round to him. Some of that was partly towards the paintbrush and some of it was partly towards the male. Now these guys are notoriously hard on the males, so we don't want to give her too much opportunity, and we're now slowly walking her back into her burrow. The job has been done. It's time to go back in, madam. That's a girl. On you go. Now by moving her into the entrance to her burrow like that, you can see the male now has given up, he's relaxed. He knows she's of no threat anymore. He knows it's time to leave. So all we've got to do now is actually remove our male. And this can often be a dangerous time, because if he bolts, he might well bolt straight into our female and become lunch. So we have to be very, very careful. You notice now that she's just sat there. She's quite happy. Our male's getting a quick drink. We quite often see this with the males. Straight after pairing, if the water's available, they'll go and have a drink. So what we're going to do now is we're going to slowly try and walk him up the glass, back into his home. Oh, you see that? He's a little bit flighty. Come on, boy, time to go in. There we go. Gently does it. And there we have it. A job well done. Well then guys, what did you think to that? That was quite impressive, wasn't it? You see the difference in the size with the male to the female. She is a real big cumbersome thing compared to him. But you notice how courageous he is. He's very, very confident. And one of the things that always shocks me when we're breeding our spiders is the very subtle movements our males make. Now I'm hoping that the audio picked up on the breeding, that as soon as he started to vibrate on the surface, she is sitting probably 8 inches below and she responded immediately. So them tiny vibrations that he sends through the soil, she picked up immediately. It's absolutely incredible how sensitive these spiders are. And this is something that you really must pay attention to when you're trying to breed your spiders. You need to be really gentle. Quite often when I'm doing my spiders, I will move my female to the desk, I'll set her all up ready, then I'll go and have a cup of tea. And that gives her a little bit of time to calm down. And then when I come back in, she would have settled, and I can get my male out nice and gently, put him in. I don't touch the tank, I don't touch the desk. I try and keep vibration down to an absolute minimum. And this way, when our spiders are introduced, that is all they're thinking of. They've not had that earthquake effect of me moving the enclosure and things like that. So something to bear in mind when you're breeding. Now, also, these are such an interesting spider. I know many people call them a pet hole, but they really do not need to be. If you come over here and have a look at this, we can say this is an old world fossorial spider. Look at the work that's been done around the entrance to this burrow. This is absolutely super smooth, and you can see where she's covered it all in web. She's way down in there. There's no fear of her coming out. She knows we're here. She can get the vibration from our talking and things like that. They pick up everything. But what an architectural amazing thing that is. It's just incredible. They do such a wonderful job. Now, another interesting point that we'd like to make here as well is have a look at the side of this. Now you can see the different tones in the soil here. Now in this particular one, this is mainly cocoa fibre, which I don't particularly like, but you can see here, this dark piece here, this is damp, and this piece here is all dry. Now this is what we're trying to achieve when we're looking at our fossorial spiders. Now I've been getting asked an awful lot of questions lately about mould within fossorial spider enclosures, and how do we keep it moist enough for them that it gives them the ideal environment without keeping it too wet. Now this is exactly how we need to be. There is just that slight difference in colour, and that is all we're looking for. So, and to achieve that, all we do is we can drip water down the corner through there and let it seep through. We don't want to do it here. This is where her tunnel is, so we don't want to do it there because she is actually on the bottom of this tank. She's at the very bottom, so we don't want to soak down there. We don't want water in her bed, as it were. So we literally go to the furthest point away, and we can trickle water through there, and it will come in and it will seep across, and this will give the environment that we're after. But we don't want to soak it. It's very important that this top stuff here is dry. See how dry that is? That's really, really dry, and that's what we're looking for. And another thing with your fossorial spiders, although they live down underground, they do still drink. So important that we maintain a water bowl as well. I quite often see with fossorial spiders that people don't bother putting a water dish in because they say it always gets buried. Well, 9 times out of 10, if it's constantly being buried, it could probably do with being in something a little larger to give you that little bit more of a space on top to actually put your water bowl. But they do still require water, so make sure you give them some water. Right. Well, I think you'll see with that pairing video, that was quite something else. The male there was very full on, and we got a really good pairing. And we will do him again, as we do all our spiders. We always do them twice, trying to edge our bets, as it were, to make sure that we get the right one. Right. So look forward to the rehousing video. We'll do a proper showcase of this girl, and you'll get to see her out in all her glory. Well, I hope you enjoyed that and it was informative and you got something from it. Don't forget, hit the like button, and please do leave a comment. Always comment. If you've got something to say, leave a comment. That'd be marvellous. Well, don't forget, be calm, be gentle, and love your spider. I'll see you soon, guys.